I chose Shotaro Ishinomori since he is the creator of some of my favorite TV shows of all time. I'm a huge fan of his work such as Kamen Rider and Super Sentai. Shotaro Ishinomori, born as Shotaro Onodera on January 25, 1938, in the small town of Tome, Miyagi Prefecture in Japan, is known as one of the most influential artists in Japanese media. From a young age in his middle school days, he had an interest in manga. Manga are Japanese comics that are created in Japan or use the Japanese language. They feature a long history of 19th century style Japanese art. Shotaro took his interest in manga as far as to create his own little group of people named the Bokuko Iteki, which translates to a drop of ink. This group is named after one of his favorite manga series by artist Shiki Masoka. Shotaro's interest in manga also led him to enter into many different manga competitions. He won a few over the years, and this eventually led to the start of his career in high school. At the beginning of his high school days, he sent in a piece of his own work to Manga Shonen, a magazine that features different manga works. This got the attention of a famous manga artist, Osamu Tezuka. Osamu asked Shotaro to become his assistant, a position he gladly accepted. Shotaro helped Osamu work on his manga series Astro Boy. Working with Osamu is how Shotaro was introduced to his future wife, Toshiko, as well as he was introduced to the Japanese media company, Toei. In 1964, Shotaro would begin releasing what is considered one of his most popular manga series, Cyborg 009. This manga series featured a team of superheroes from different backgrounds coming together to fight the terrorist organization Black Ghost. The series was very popular in Japan and ran until 1981. It would go on to be the inspiration for some of Shotaro's later works. Throughout the 1960s, Shotaro would continue to create other series, but it wasn't until 1970 with the release of his series Skullman that things began to change. Skullman was a hero who had his parents murdered and used his powers to fight back against the group who murdered his parents. A TV adaptation of the Skullman manga was pitched to Toei Company. Toei changed aspects of the manga to make it fit more for TV and be child-friendly. It would then become the series known as Kamen Rider in 1971. Kamen Rider is one of Shotaro's most popular works, running from 1971 to 1975, 1978 to 1981, 1984, a few movies in the 1990s, and another revival in 2000 to present day. The Kamen Rider franchise has become a major staple in Japanese entertainment. The original Kamen Rider series featured Takeshi Hango, a man kidnapped and turned into a grasshopper-themed superhero by the terrorist organization Shocker. Before he can be brainwashed, Takeshi escapes and uses his new abilities to fight against Shocker. Kamen Rider continues to this day with the most recent series, Kamen Rider Build, airing every week in Japan. Toei and Shotaro would continue to make many more series such as Kamen Rider in the genre of tokusatsu, which is the genre of live-action Japanese entertainment using special effects. Other series created by their collaboration included Kakaider in 1972, Inazuman in 1973, Alchemizer 3 in 1975, Zubat in 1977, and Poltrine in 1990. None of these series would go on to have the same success or air as long as the Kamen Rider series, but they've all seen recent attempts to reboot them or bring them back to relevance. In 1975, Shotaro and Toei did create a series that has been able to compete with Kamen Rider. This series, Himitsu Sentai Gorenger, which translates to Secret Squadron 5 Ranger, would become the first in the Super Sentai franchise. Taking the idea of a pseudo-hero from Kamen Rider, Gorenger featured not one, but a team of 5 masked warriors. The Super Sentai series would continue to be extremely popular and run for 42 seasons in a row. The latest one, Kaito Sentai Lupin Ranger vs. Keisatsu Sentai Pato Ranger, just premiering in February 2018. After airing for 16 seasons, Shotaro's Super Sentai series would be adapted in the West by Haim Saban to become Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which used footage from Kyoryu Sentai Zyuranger. Like Sentai and Rider, Power Rangers would become a huge success in America and all over the world. Also still going to this day, currently in its 25th season, Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. In his later life, Shotaro continued to make more and more manga series. He made a few cameos in some episodes of movies in Kamen Rider. In declining health, he asked Kazuki Shimamoto to create a new version of the Skullman manga as well as work on the Kamen Rider franchise. On January 28, 1998, shortly after his 60th birthday, Shotaro Ishinomori passed away from heart failure. His legacy has been carried out in Japan ever since. In 2001, he was posthumously awarded the Guinness Book of World Records record for the most comics produced by one author, with 128,000 pages across 770 titles and 500 volumes. A museum was also opened to honor his work in Ishinomaki, Miyagi in 2001. This museum features many different displays of his different mangas and TV shows. His gravestone features carvings of a lot of his life works. Being a huge fan of his work, I can see how Shotaro Ishinomori continues to inspire many people, and his creative shows that people have loved for many generations. May his legacy continue on forever.